Hello! I'm back! I have returned. Remember how I was all like, oh, I'm gonna do a super long stream on Wednesday? False! I have a huge migraine, but I really, really wanted to play this game. So, I'm just gonna play it for as long as I can. Maybe a half hour, maybe a full hour. I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so I came to this hut. There's a bunch of stuff. Murder weapon. Oh, using hand-eye coordination. I need to up that. Maybe I'll do that now. Yeah, let's do one in hand-eye. Let me see if that will work.
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
Hi, Jay. That's okay. You are here in spirit. I appreciate it. Alright. Let me see if I can pass this check. 58%. I don't think so.
You can't remember what happened last
What
week.
a surprise.
What makes you think you're going to remember arcane firearm models?
That's fair. Hi. Okay. We'll figure that out. Tattoos, we haven't figured that out. Oh, we have our badge. We can go to the lady. Oh my god. The old boat biddy. I think I might do that. What else we got? Is it the badge? I need to do the badge stuff while Kim is around. Hope I remember that. Also, we have art stuff. Let me see. We have this thing and a canister. Huh. Let's go talk to Cindy. I'm gonna go talk to Cindy. Talk to the bougie boat biddy. And then I'm gonna come back over here and explore a bit more. Because we have a lot of time. Oh, oh.
Great news. The boat is big enough for a grown man like you to fit underneath it in a supine position. No, wait. Sorry. My bad. There's a rotten dog carcass under there and old fish too. You wouldn't fit next to the mummified canine's mausoleum. Damn dog, taking up all your space. The fish smell is too rank too, though. You have a home somewhere. All cops do. When this is done, you can return.
Fantastic. Well, that was absolutely not helpful. Thank you very much. Miss Kim! Where's Kim? Where's my boy? Okay. Well, hold on. I gotta look at this real quick. ¿Qué es esto? Traffic beyond the gate, more abandoned motor lorries. Wonder if I can steal some fuels. Let's see real quick. No entry. Someone scribbled an inverted star on it. Ahaha, the inverted star. Which was something communism group. Shit. Can I get in through here? No, but hey! Jamrock Biker Cop Sunnies. +1 empathy, -1 logic. I gotta look at these, hold on. Oh, but I can't see because my hat's in the way. Horrific necktie. Gotta have it. Oh, +2 drama. I don't know. Let me see. Let me take this hat off though. How do I take this hat off? Hat. Okay. Ridiculous. Feel the streets, leave the reason behind. Balancing the books. Filthy boho, probably a narcomaniac. I do love logic though. Alright. We're going with logics. Oh, I took my hat off. One moment, please. Also more logic, so yeah. Okay. So I guess I can't get over here yet, which is a shame because I wanted to see these motor lorries. They must be on the other side. Okay. JK, before I leave, I'm gonna see if I can get around. Seems unlikely. Someone has broken down the fence and the barbed wire. Ooh. Come on now. What's this? Swing is missing. No one's been here for a long time. F. Money! Glory, says the graffito, to the ghosts of us. Okay. Someone has left their music collection beneath the tarpaulin. What's this? Tape! Smallest church in St. Saints. Saints, I think. Cool. I wonder if I can use this for karaoke. Let's see. A tape you found from a shack on the coast. The A-side has smallest church in St. Saints written on it, while the B-side is supposed to contain the instrumental version. Requires a box to play. Okay. I know there's a classical
There's
song.
no way to listen to the tape without a working tape player or portal reel at hand.
Fantastic, thank
A
you.
pawn shop would have a tape player.
Alright. We'll have to check that out. What's this? But hey, ooh, a whole $1.20 real. Nice. Nice. We're getting rich with 52. We'll be able to afford those, that uniform any day now. Any day. Alright, I hope that this would take us through the motor lorries, but apparently not. Okay. I'll be back. I'm gonna go do some other stuff first. I'm drinking the tea. Per usual. It is vanilla chamomile tonight, though. Not sleepy time. Is this the pawn shop? Pawn. Pawn, pawn, pawn. Okay. Here it is.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harman Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
So, pretty sure that my tape player at my hotel doesn't work, right? But I'm not super sure, so I'm not gonna buy it because Real is really hard to come by these days. Let me talk to this guy though.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Sure thing.
Let's see.
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it. They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Wait, then it might be true. Everard's claims.
I don't know if they found it though.
People as oleaginous as Everard seem like they're lying, even when they're really being truthful.
Drama.
Sure, man.
Okay, maybe I do
Sure.
want to sell some
Let me
stuff.
have a look. All right, let's see it. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't need bloodthirsty mercenaries knocking on my door looking for their missing toys.
I had a feeling he wouldn't buy it.
Besides, this gear costs a fortune. There's no one in Martinez with that kind of money.
Nope.
It feels like he would have accepted the risk if he hoped to profit from it. It's not greed, though. Deep down, he's a gambler, provided the stakes are sufficiently interesting.
More than sure. What else have you got? Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Can't sell that because Kim gave it to me and I love Kim. Postcard can go. Peace! What's this? Photo of a happy couple. Oh, I really don't need this anymore. But I'm gonna keep it. This postcard. Peace! I'm making a lot of money from these postcards. Alright. How much for the empty cassette case though? Ah. 250. This one's 50, but I have to figure this out still. $11 for the banged up fuel canister. Okay. Not really much.
Another time, perhaps.
Indeed. Okay. I might come back for the cassette player, but I think I'm gonna hit up my room. Let's see if I can use that cassette player I've got. Let's see. Alright. First things first. I guess since the hotel's on the way, I'll pop in. The inn, I should say. Okay. All these wonderful folks I've already spoken to. Oh, this nice chill music. This music is so relaxing. Okay. Let's see. I mean, it might still be playing, but I can't use it. That's bullshit. Alright. Boo. Alright. Hold on. What else do I got here? What else I got? Boom. I interacted with that already. The bullet, which needs hand die. This, which we read. This, which we don't know. Mug, written notes, the badge, and this thing. Alright. Hold up. Just realized you can put bullets in here. We've got one bullet. And these are some keys. Key to bookstore back door. Key to apartment building. Key to basement apartment. Ah, bookstore back door. Yeah, never mind. I know what that is. Okay. Wonder what this is for though. Doesn't strike me as the kind of game where you shoot things. Suspicious. Okay. So I gotta buy that tape cassette player after all. Okay. What did I say I was gonna do? Oh yeah. Bougie Boat Biddy and Cindy. I was hoping she'd have something new to say.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
Oh my. I'm gonna start with Cindy first because I feel like Bougie Boat Biddy's gonna have a lot to say. Might be new money in Cindy's place. Remember how like I went in there and stole her money? Even though I had been in there several times before and there was no money. I'm gonna go in there right now. Just in case. Oh man, no. Can't click it anymore, so I'm assuming that means I'm definitely not gonna get anything else out of this place. Had to check, had to check.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Officers? Is she seeing ghosts? Because it's just one officer here. I don't think so. Okay. I can't inspect this item. Shit. Which means I will have to fill it somehow, some way, with something. Okay, bougie boat biddy time. Ma'am.
You're
Ma'am?
back.
Oh,
Good. What can I help you with?
wasn't sure if that was her. Let's see. I've got more questions about reality because I still gotta figure that out.
More
remember?
lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything. These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late. For the big time.
What's the big time?
The revolution.
Oh.
It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle.
Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists, they all got shot in the head.
F.
Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed.
Well, they're leaving inverted stars everywhere, so...
She likes the totality of it.
Oh, that's weird. You could say they got totally shot in it. Let's do this.
Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people.
Tragedy.
Yes. The Red Deluge. The Insulindian Deluge, they call it. Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad. I prefer the term risk-averse. King Guillaume was nobody's fool. He could smell a PR disaster brewing. So he got out alive, and his nephew Fricelle got shot in his place.
Depressing. Hey, Duval. Welcome, senor. I'm just doing a really short stream today, but, you know, in case you want to see what this game is like. It's nice that you stopped by.
Him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time.
How's your day going?
The liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything. Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolutionary arrangement. Some were rich enough to stay with the Constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They fared well. They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war ended. Everyone else got shot in the head, remember?
We. She's one of them. Of course.
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights. The liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people.
Not good. But I'm glad your day is not bad. Oh, you got a $3 refund check from him. You're rich. You're bougie, baby.
The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-la-Clay. The armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution. It was the moralist thing to do. The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head.
Okay.
At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional rulers of Revachol now, the coalition government.
Okay. Absolutely, Duval. Can't say shit. You're rich.
This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky. Unofficial. For a moment, there was hope.
How am I? I've got a migraine, like a really big migraine. But I really wanted to play this game, so I hopped on just to see how long I could stick it out for. Work has been busy. I think that's contributed to my migraine today.
Of course. Not easy to be moderate about head shooting in your line of work.
I also hope I feel better, Soob.
Rooty tooty, pointy shooty.
That's the way of history. The turn of the century revolution? Don't answer it. It's a trick question. The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end nearly the whole world had gotten involved. It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Zarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. Then Marzolf came along and overthrew the government.
Sounds bad.
It made people overthrow their governments. Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were material. The pandemic only provided the spark.
I see.
It was a funny time in history. They discovered transistors and rock music, but they didn't know anything about prions. No.
From Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Marzolf's government was overthrown in '08, and the coalition crushed the Revachol commune 2 years later. It was the end.
And the end?
Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control. A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the Coalition of Nations. And you, of course, the citizens' militia. The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of the suzerain and the commune. Modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eastlery communication. Telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the aftermath continues for the 5th decade.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
Hey, oyster sauce. I'm doing like a super short stream today because I got a migraine. Are you in class right now? I'm alright.
Time flies. The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what came before. '08 to '19 was simply hell.
R.I.P. oyster. R.I.P.
The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. For the first time in a long time, it seemed like things were going somewhere.
School's interesting. I'll stop it there. Oyster, did you end up taking that new job offer or nah?
All that untaxed income must have fueled the new. That can only mean
Not sure
one
yet.
thing.
Okay.
Yes, and quantitative easing. It was a market mirage, unfortunately. The 40s dispelled it. An Isla-wide hangover, you might say. So, here we are.
She curtsies. Oh, you countered the offer. Nice. I always counter, but I usually counter for vacation time instead of cash.
Welcome to reality, baby.
Because I'm a lazy bitch.
For her to be where she is, Wild Pines Group must have picked the right side.
Damn, oyster. Damn. Let's see.
They picked the winning side. That's why they're here. And perhaps it wouldn't have turned out that way had I been in charge. I might have bet on the king and led the Pines to doom. I would have sided with the cannons. If you'd seen the calibers of the things, you might have too. 10 of the 14 Indo tribes got it wrong. Feld, Kupri, Tricentennial. So I suppose I would have been in good company.
Oof.
Good question. What would you have done differently?
Let's see. Sought a medical solution. Killed some more peeps. Positioned myself very precisely. Nope. I'm gonna go with... Who is you?
And I asked you,
She got me.
past less detective of the citizens' militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you?
Alright, we're gonna go with... I would have positioned myself very precisely. I would have made it out with the minimal rights.
You and everyone else. But that's got nothing to do with preventing the revolution. Ah, well. What was, I guess. They are what they are. Who knows? An afterbloom may yet come.
Oh, Duval, you didn't know you could count it for vacation time until I mentioned it a while ago? Vacation time was one of the first things I learned you could negotiate. In my first job, I got hired, and I didn't negotiate anything. And my boss brought me into his office at some point after I got hired, and he was like, you know, men tend to negotiate their job offers a lot more than women do. And I noticed that you didn't negotiate your job offer. But you should have. And instead of being like, let's negotiate it now, he was like, you done fucked it, bud. Next time, you should negotiate. And then he was like, you can negotiate this, you can negotiate that. And I was like, cool, well, now I know. Thank you for telling me I'm screwed, but giving me a lesson. Yeah, he was an interesting boss. Like, I learned a lot from him. But an interesting boss. Yeah.
Anyway, enough sentimentality. Is there anything else you want to know?
Honestly, I'm the way that I am a lot. A lot of it is because of him. He was a good boss, just interesting. Interesting. That happened to you too, except they gave you fat raises over several years. Alright. Never truly made up for it though. I got some raises at that job, but I wouldn't call them fat raises. I'd call them small raises. Enough. I was like fresh out of college, you know, so.
Not so fast. Who is she in all this? Ask her who she is. She owes you an answer.
She sure does. That's a very drama thing to say.
A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions?
You know what we need? We need a dictionary for words in Disco Elysium. That would be good. We need a dictionary so I can remember all the fantastic new words I'm learning in this game.
Some sort of krill hunter? No, wait. You're an ancient ruin. A symbol of hubris and decay. Half submerged in some salty sea.
Damn. That's a burn.
Of course you're not, my dear. I'm just terrible at guessing games.
Jay, you've gotten a raise one time in your whole career.
Ah,
That's tough.
this is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislaine, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to rent me a slot. Or two. A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not nouveaux. They're old. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. That was before the war, of course. Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off.
Sounds frightening.
Splat, splat.
From a dilapidated balcony, a young girl in odd clothes gives Joyce the evil eye, a red paintbrush held to her throat.
You could be wrong. But from here it appears as if she's running the brush across her throat in a soaring motion.
Cindy does not like the bougie boat biddy.
Wonderful.
Let's see, she didn't really answer my question.
She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. A devourer of nations and infants. I am an ultra.
Dios mío! No, I don't know. What is an ultra? That's supposed to be a liberal? An ultra's a liberal?
An ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal. From the revolution. It's not the moderate kind.
Interesting. What's so vile about that?
Haven't you heard? I am a nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. One of those who pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. We surrendered the nation to financier pirates. No sane person identifies as ultra-liberal anymore. Not in broad daylight. I can see we're not so different, you know. Tell me, now that I've uncoiled myself, do you find me frightening?
I don't know. Financier pirates. That's a little great.
In her green eyes, you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Decades of guilt and pride.
She gave me money, you guys. And I needed money to sleep. She definitely hasn't met any non-white people in her life. I agree. I'm really torn here between I forgive you because you paid my rent that one day, or you're a monster, but I don't know now. To be fair, there's like 4 non-white people in this game. Alright, you can't really say non-white. I don't know. It's complicated. This game's complicated. You're gonna have to play through it because there's a bunch of different races in this game, except most of them I think are white technically. I don't know. There's too much race history. Like 50, 60 some years have passed technically in this game. It's interesting. I still need to like keep reading to really understand what's going on here with race, but there's a lot. There's a lot to read into. I checked the wiki if you're interested. She's not gonna care if I call her a monster.
That's a pity. I do hope we can remain collegial despite it all. Tell me, when you look in the mirror, do you not see a monster staring back at you?
Yes.
When the dust settled, the Liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation managed. With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps Martinez a monument to the efficacy of its artillery, I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the Coalition. Not here in Martinez, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either. If not for my own sake, then for my daughters. We had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isola down rather than let them have it. Yes, I suppose I am. But I wouldn't be a patriot anywhere but here. Perhaps my intellectual vanity will be my undoing.
You're no dummy yourself. And the crown on your head as you lay in the casket.
Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother and a wife. Now, shall we return to reality?
No.
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include a retrograde amnesia. It's quite serious. You should get yourself checked out. Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
Totally from surgery.
That seems unlikely.
Let's see.
The girl in the old lady rags looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture.
Infraculture.
Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl in the old lady rags. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture.
Okay, make it more complicated somehow.
I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques into itself. Even those who would critique capital end up reinforcing it instead. All right. What next?
Suddenly, you're not so sure you're part of the supraculture.
And what would that be?
Disco.
I can see that, yes. I dabble in those dark arts myself, not so long ago. I assure you, it was a thoroughly supracultural phenomenon. All permeating. Downright mandatory.
I wish disco was still popular.
Nothing infra about disco, baby. Those days are long behind me. And even in the early 30s, I would say I was more of a new girl. Disco was a minor, but still enjoyable facet of the whole thing for me. The new, a cultural era, and the name of the decade it ravished, the 30s. It came out of post-revolutionary Revachol. It was ultra-liberal.
You keep saying that word.
It involved lots of partying, as you might imagine, and champagne-coloured everything. By the looks of it, that would have been when you came of age. Now, wasn't it Guillaume Le Million who said, if you can remember the new, you weren't there?
Guillaume Lamillon. If it doesn't rhyme, then it's not right.
Ah, yes. This is not very central to reality, is it? I can't be 100% sure, but I believe he died due to complications from venereal disease.
So you're saying he didn't vanish in a puff of stardust?
All of them. I'm afraid no. But then again, one can't be entirely sure. It's all part of his mystique. Ask someone else and you may get a more champagne-coloured take.
Guillaume Le Million died of a million venereal diseases.
Anyway, what other basic facets of reality should we discuss?
Boof. Oh boy. I can't pass these checks. This one is spirit decor, conceptualization. I might be able to change my clothes to get that check higher.
Glad to have been of assistance.
Hold up, wait a minute. Let me see. Spirit decor, hello. Well, that was also spirit decor, so what else do we have here? It's the same deal. Let me see. Doesn't look like I have anything. Dang. Alright. I do have a skill point, but I don't know where to put it. Oh, I'll get a reality lowdown. Completed. Okay, so I don't have to do those other ones to complete this stuff. So, I'm just gonna leave Boat Biddy, bougie Boat Biddy, in her little boat. Little boat things. Okay. Can I do something with this wall? Let's see.
Paintbrush? Check. Heavy fuel oil? Check. Now the only thing left to do is paint the wall. The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
So we can do fuck the popo, mother of all walls, what shadow lies there beneath the bright gleam. We can draw a 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being. Something beautiful is going to happen, or no parking. Okay. Alright. What's it gonna be? Cindy said no self-portraits. That's not an option here. I feel like it should be a 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being. Or no parking. I feel like that is a statement on capitalism. Here in this alleyway with stairs, but it says no parking. There's a boat over there. Should we do no parking? Or should we draw a 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being? I don't know. Mother of all walls is also kind of funny. Let's see. Fuck the Popo seems pretty standard. Also a winner. Feel like I've seen that before though, and I want to go original. What shadow lies there beneath the bright gleam? I wonder what that's from. I don't know. Okay. It's gonna be no parking. Art. We've arted. No parking.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. Alright. I wonder if Cindy has anything to say about this. Let me run all the way upstairs to talk to Cindy, who definitely doesn't want to talk to me. Cindy.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
No. You should come and look at my mural. I kind of feel like I should have gone with a 3,500-year-old pictogram of a human being. Feels like that one would have been funnier. Maybe next playthrough. Alright. Nope, went the wrong way. Fuck. Okay. Off to the other side here. Oh, I went the wrong way. Oh, I still went the wrong way. Anything new here? Nope. The pawn shop. For pawn and shit. Still gotta find the Sausage King. Let's do that. We still have so much more time before Kim comes back. Sad face. There wasn't much over there. Let me see. The old kinema.
This is it, the scene of the party, the fire pit. Cigarettes and empty bottles all evidence it. Not as such. I'm talking about what came after the party scene. Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Okay. Speaking of which... Alright, we're still working on this. 46 minutes left. Seems the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind. Feel like I know who it is. Let me see. I lost the footsteps though. Can I come in through here? Nope. Let me see. Where does it go? Oh, steps. Interesting. Hey, wait. Sounds of life in the north. Washboard scrubs filth from fabric. Beautiful. What's this? Cinder blocks charred. A makeshift fire pit with magazines for lighting. Oh, it's a person. Lots of persons. Bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. Okay. We're gonna sit here?
You sit on the wind-worn wooden planks of the bench. Your feet ache.
I'm not ready yet to waste time. Let me see. What's over here? Oh, it's just a shortcut. Just another way around. Okay. Can I jump this? No. pants. +1 to Kingdom of Conscience. Intersolary trousers. What the heck? Tailored trousers in light brown, moderate in every aspect. They're absolutely unremarkable. In other words, perfect. Yeah, they're pretty freaking boring to me. -1 savoir-faire, +1 electrochemistry. I don't know what Kingdom of Conscience is. I don't know what it does. I like my bell bottoms. My flat cut trousers. Do I want to keep wearing these boots? Let me see. -1 savoir-faire, +1 composure. -1 composure, +2 authority. I'll wear these because I need more composure. I don't really care about authority, so. Okay. What's this? We see dust-covered linens, dried tulips on the bed. Ali's Yusen. Or Vusen. I feel like this is French, and I don't know French. White curtains have been drawn shut, no looking in. Quick travel unlocked, fisherman shacks. What? I didn't know this game had quick travel. A wedding stone, well-worn and covered in rust. Zuli ram. Okay, that person is singing to themselves. Okay, cool. 65 real. Construction material. Ooh, nice. 45 cents. Excellent. There's a lot of people over here. Street sign is illegible below the graffiti. Hard to see the details. The colors, all warm and welcoming, are cozy though. A flower trough where nothing really grows. Maybe in spring. I can go in there. Hold on. Money? What's this? You can't see into the house from this angle. It's locked tight. It sure is. Confirmed. Let's see. What are these doing in the fish? I don't know. This boat is floating freely in the water, unmoored. What's this? What's this? So many questions. 70 real. The music has kind of changed. The planks creak beneath your weight. This lady over here is like, thought you guys forgot this place. I mean, I forgot everything. The ladder leads to a school of fish swimming in the kelp. Wow. This place is kind of mystical. A little spooky though. Alright, ma'am. Nice seeing cops.
Hi, officer.
The net picker.
Anything I can help you with?
She's got fishing hooks for earrings. That's pretty cool. Alright.
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place. Are you now? There are a lot of law bringers around Martinez, but not a lot of law. I guess men with authority have their quirks. What brings you here, lawbringer?
Lawjaw.
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions, and that was actually the second one.
Indeed, you're always confused as to your whereabouts.
Oh, I blew that out of the water. Okay. Let's see.
Let's see.
Well,
Who are you looking for? I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate? Aha! Like snowmen. 2 odd guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like. Right. Not only snowmen, also green men, monkey men burning rhinos. You get the picture.
Sounds like the people we're looking for.
Oh, you're getting it. And it is gorgeous.
Don't really know. Further down the peninsula, I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading. Who else are you looking for besides snowmen? Well, how can I assist you then, officer? Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff. I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic insular Indian cuisine. Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
Keep it professional, man. Don't make it sound like you're hitting on her.
Okay, I'll try.
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once. Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
I'm sure electrochemistry is gonna pop up here.
All right.
Oh, it wasn't.
Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
Okay, human bodies, a mine, drugs, or this place looks bad. Bodies, I guess.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. Very unattractive bunch. Unfortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks, mostly. Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
But not when you're in a tight spot.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation. From time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Gonna have it.
No, I'm afraid not. Tempting to confiscate the blade I used to keep these animals in check. You would put me in an early grave. What makes you think we haven't? The truth is that almost everyone in this life is scared and tired and stupid and too dull for that. That goes for men too. But they put on an act for us. Pretend like everything's good and living in shit doesn't bother them. Like anyone falls for that.
Behold.
Sure. It looks as if you could face down any horror in the world with that same unchanging grin. It's like a shield.
The traces of her laughter are still there. In her eyes, fading fast.
Some went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying. Guess I enjoyed the way he bled.
If it is, then why the melancholy?
Gone.
Oh boy.
To the waves. The sea took him. It was a long time ago. He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later.
F.
Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
She really liked those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
I was wondering when electrochemistry is gonna chime in here. Let's see.
Us working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her.
Hey, Warrior. We're in the throes of a very sad story. How's it going, Warrior?
She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
Oh boy. Definitely not. I'll explore the coast first, and then maybe I'll come back and ask her on a date. Let's see.
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry, assuming the sunny days continue. Oh?
No.
Well, how can I assist you then, officer?
Be back later, ma'am. Alright, we gotta check the coast, we gotta talk to these peeps. Oh, actually, I'm gonna talk to you first. Oh! Okay, inside you hear the cozy sound of some kind of heater sputtering. Low spooky. Is it Farajaka's? Farajaka. Yeah, it's definitely Farajaka.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the apricot suzunti.
All these words just for Farajaka.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Fortunate.
Then how does she know you're here?
I still have a golden ear. Come, come. Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
Odd that the apricot motif appears here. Is that odd? Also, hello, J2. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing?
Oh, of course.
Welcome back.
Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
Oh, me?
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another. Locked himself in that woodshed over there.
Good.
He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place. Somewhere more quiet.
Oh, did I kill somebody? I don't know. About expecting to lose my shit watching Babe like a normal adult man. Oh no, don't you... I don't want to think about Babe. Hey, Oyster, class is over. How long is this game? I have no idea. I don't know. This game is really long. There's a lot to it. I imagine it's like an 80-hour game. I haven't looked it up yet, but I'm probably going to be playing this for like another 30 streams? I don't know.
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black Hound.
About 22.5 hours. Wow. But you know what, though? It has a lot of replayability. I might play it again. Because I really like it. I might play it again and do, like, all the wrong things. Or all the raunchy things. Or all the good things. I don't know. But 22.5 feels very short. Yeah. Yeah, J2. That's what I'm thinking. That seems weird. I think I might be hitting that really soon. And I don't think I'm beating the game. 90 if you really want to dig in. I mean, I do really want to dig in. I've read, I think, every piece of dialogue I can. Oh, I see. There's a lot of side stories. Actually, I can't open my book yet, but I can show you what I mean.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
Maybe they are afraid. Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built.
A little nosy. A little? No, I'm real drama. I put all my points into drama.
I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage, and not a lot of houses, or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us? Stay. Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
Her soapy thumb points to the building behind her. Isn't that where the guy's locked?
I won't charge you for it. Take it
Oh.
as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
I guess I can sleep here for free? Huh.
No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway.
Suspicious.
You can stay there. Oh, don't. It's your choice. No skin off my teeth.
Man. Are you sure?
Aye. The room is pretty bare bones, but it's got a bed and roof over it. That's more than some folks have around here.
When Varson communist revolutionary Ignas Nielsen was in hiding, he stayed in a hut on the Boreal Plateau for 10 months.
Let's see.
Go ahead. Call people rude things. We've heard worse here. Now, are you interested or not?
Yes, alright, give me the keys.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police. Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
Just got a free house.
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
Depress.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
This place is pornographically poor. I mean, there's probably no porn here. So, that's obviously what that means. Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say it.
The lack of wealth is the one thing we've got in abundance.
It's a cold, cynical smile.
It's okay. What matters is we are still around.
Writes
Still
that
living
down.
our lives. Even in pornographic poverty, we make do. At least those who remain.
Oh, just looking for someone? Everybody in this village is so fucking sad.
There's nobody there.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
I don't know what's sadder, Babe or this fishing village.
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain.
Some lady was just telling me how she found her husband's bloated corpse float up to shore. And she has 2 kids. I don't know. It's real sad. There's nothing happy here so far.
After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens.
Interesting.
Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses. Shacks as far as the eye can see. The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now. Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they're away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
Old ladies always give up the neighborhood tea. Yeah, they do. There's another lady in the other apartment building who told me everything about her neighbors.
Lillian is tough. tougher than the men here at least. If it wasn't for her and the kids, this place wouldn't have a spark of life left. Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys. Here, for you, no officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
Which I'm gonna find and put in my pockets.
Under carts, boats, in little boxes. It's not hard to find.
Savoir-faire gets it.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even. Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
This lady just used the word fly properly. Are we this lady? Is she a sit-in for us in 30 years?
The ecclesiastics have tried to get things going there, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
Okay, I don't think we'd be this old in what, 30 years? This takes place in 2050, so yeah. Oh, you're already tired of new slang? There's some slang that just doesn't make any sense to me at all. I'm trying to think of one that I always forget. I'm not gonna remember it right now, but there's some weird shit.
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty. I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
I don't know.
Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed. No one. That's why it's closed. It was once a bustling place, back when I was young, and so was everyone else. Now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else.
I am definitely ready to just sit on the porch and do nothing with my Nintendo Switch.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible.
Check out the what? The abandoned building at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot.
And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
Okay.
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr.
Lieutenant Double Yefretor Harrier Dubois.
Quite a handle you got there.
Yes.
So many titles. One of them double.
You investigate, lady? I'm gonna. I'm working on it. First, I need to see this house this lady gave me a key to.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Maria, what are you saying? I just investigated that lady.
The key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
Okay, I can pop in there, but hold on. First, I'll show you. These are all the tasks that I have to do right now. You see how this is not a 22-hour game? And then, these are all the tasks I've already done. So these are like all the side quests. So many side quests. This game has a lot of content. Like a lot. So much. We got a new one, didn't we? Her days are numbered. Why send the youngin'? I don't know. I don't know, Waria. She's just a washer lady. Weird jaw. -1 rhetoric. I wonder what this will get me. I don't know. Is this done yet? No. 3 minutes left. Okay. Oh, I see what you mean. Because she just wants to sit on her porch, Waria. She done. Waves, church. Old science fiction mags, books about bird watching, an almanac from 39. Intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth. The floorboards creak under your step. Using a thermodynamic expander condenser cycle. Nice! I'm gonna pretend like I know what that means. Ooh, we got a lot of stuff here. Let's see.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
I mean, she's got a sink in here. This is like $3,000 in New York City. Or more. Ooh, get these mutton chops off. Chop chop? Let's see.
Like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor
Nice.
with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line.
What's crazy is this is the first check I've passed this entire game today.
The sharp blade chafes against your
Ooh,
skin,
look at my face.
producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly.
Do I look better or do I look worse? I literally can't tell. I just sadder. This is a very sad looking man.
They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just
Classic.
came from a cold bath.
I kind of miss the mutton chops.
The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look
Oh.
a little younger, maybe.
And yeah, I got rid of the expression. It was like by sheer luck a couple streams ago. I had like a 17% chance or something to get rid of it.
You almost look like a professional.
Almost. What's this?
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, such as it is. A regular, clean-shaven police officer.
Okay. Alright, mirror. What's this? +1 logic. Take. I have so many clothes. I guess I can sleep here if I want
The
to.
bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
No time to rest. Alright. Let's leave our New York City apartment, shall we? We got people to bother. Let's see. Pretty nice jacket. Okay. Oh, yeah? Is that what you're looking for? Dang, if only you were here a couple of streams ago. I made some ridiculous checks. Ridiculous. Yeah, Jay, I guess I'm being too nice. It's got way too much square footage to be a $3,000 New York apartment. It'd have to be the size of a closet. I don't know what to wear. Conceptualization drama. Let's do drama. Oyster sauce. You grew up in New York City? Okay, how much for this apartment? How much for this apartment? Oyster sauce. Look at that. It's got a bed. It's got a sink. There's like a stove that also heats your house. You can wash your face. You can shave your face right here. Tell me. What's the rent? What's the rental? In Manhattan, like 1,600? Okay. Alright. Really? This is pretty spacious. Get your own place. You got your own bathroom. Not too bad. Okay, kids. What's up? Oh, they're little. They're tiny. Rock, rock.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old.
You owned a 411 square foot co-op for $2,050. And it was a studio. Loud. That's tough.
The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth. This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
Lily's our mum.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders.
Yeah, no. The rental market in New York is just bonkers. Yeah. Oyster nose.
The other one laughs as well.
One of my co-workers or colleagues at work today was saying that they were just looking around and they found an apartment for 500 square feet that sold for $535,000 and it was a studio. Whoa. I was like, no. Absolutely not gonna pay $535,000 for a closet in New York City. Nah.
Wow, so intellectually stimulating. The stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
He looks just like me.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt. The rock kicker was just being shy, but now he's enthusiastic again.
Children are stupid.
You're stupid.
Wow. Aunt's place in Murray Hill was $300,000 for 600 square feet? Whew.
Okay.
That was expensive then. Yeah, it's probably super expensive now. Oh, new thought. What is it? Let's see. And the little guy gets smaller and smaller as you rise above the dollhouse world. You see him out in the snow, on the streets, in the shop, on the corner, and finally in a matchbox house. Sitting by the window, white flowers on the windowsill. You can smell them from up here. It's awful. A white morning, a modern death, divorce, or something similar. All you can do is put more distance between you and him, make him smaller, make him less you. What bonuses do I get? Plus 20% zoom out distance. Okay. All motorics, learning caps raised by 1. 4K, no. I can zoom out more. Nice. It's funny though, because I play like at this distance. Let's see. Can I get in here now? What? Feels safe and warm in here, not like outside. There's a little kid there, right?
Hello, mister.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom? That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
My mom is great. I am a robot.
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside. They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart. They look identical.
She sounds cute.
It's a grouse.
Wasn't Gar, the cafeteria manager, trying to repair a piece of taxidermy?
I don't know.
Ooh, can I have it?
Sure. Just go and get it. I don't like it anyways. It looks angry.
All right. You just need to grab it from the ceiling and go.
It's Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like,
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
yes, very soft.
Let's rub up against Lammy.
Isn't he soft?
So soft. Thank you so much.
Bye!
Always makes me think of Little Lamb from Gypsy. I'm not familiar with Gypsy. Industrial coal pellets burn with an orange glow. Let me get this grouse. Oh boy, that looks... Hold on. Okay, it looks a lot less silly here. Top musical... Sondheim. Oh, okay. I am just getting my feet wet with musicals, so I haven't seen too many. I'll have to put it on the list. Is it good? Let's see what else is going on. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. Looking back at you from the rust-colored water. Me. Every few years I catch up more. Sondheim stuff was in the last batch. Ah. Is Gypsy worth a watch? Is it gonna make me cry? Don't answer that. I feel like every musical makes me cry. Ooh, I see some money. Let's see. How do I get up here? That's weird. Gypsy's one of his major ones, and by extension, an all-time one. Okay, I will fast-track it. How do I get up here? Do me heck and frustrate. The water runs from the west. The source is upstream, a broken pipe. A must-see. Okay. I will definitely check it out. Wish I could get over here, though. I thought it was a mosquito on my screen, but it was the birds in the game. Oh, were ya? Looking for those cryptozoologists. What's this?
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away."
Whisper.
Ah, yes. Their famous motto. A fine example of technological optimism from... Ah, yes. Their famous motto. A fine example of tech...
Weird. Power box. Fence block. Oop, don't mind if I do. Oop, don't mind if I do. Oh, wait. What's over here? Whoa, 5 real just sitting around. Okay. I should talk to that guy. But not right now. Bars covering.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years. Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
Okay. Let's see, what else is there around here? There's a lot of stuff. Smashing the plastic domain. Quick travel! Except they haven't told me how to do quick travel yet. I've unlocked 2 places.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of change.
Who would I call? I don't know. Let's find out. How much change is it going to take? Oh my god,
You
my money.
hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Oh, yes, let's dial a random number.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this?
Yes.
End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre?
I might be.
So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died. Are you sure you're Pierre? Your voice, it's different. There. Chrysanthemum.
Oh, I saw the movie Into the Woods. I'm just gonna stop there. Yeah. I've been told that the play is very different from the movie. The movie was very rapey. It was leany. It was teeter-tottering on the line of like weird child shit. I was just like, nah.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects.
Is it a different number? I don't know. I can't be wasting my money like this. I'm leaving. What's this? A dead phone. Okay. There's so much crap here, I don't know where to go, or what to do, or who to look at.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad.
I'm gonna touch it, because it smells bad.
The cloth, if you can still call it that, makes a soft crunching sound as you thrust your finger into it.
Ooh, I think I know what's making this crunchy. Gross.
It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth.
It's even grosser than I thought. More gross than I thought.
It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Gross. 1A. What's this? Makeshift roof. Vagrants have tried to make the boardwalk habitable. I believe that they failed. The tarp will keep out neither rain nor snow nor wind. Quien te manda? I know, I shouldn't have touched it. I shouldn't have touched it. But I had to. Money. I love finding money. It's the best. Big wine canister. But it's open and it's empty. Alright, hold on. Ooh, what's this? What's this? Oh, fuck. Moonshine probably smells like tasty fermentation. Yum. There's so much to explore in this area. Coin-operating weighing machine hasn't been used for a decade. Vagrants have recently painted the tarp red. Water drips from it. Sounds not very useful. Ooh. Ooh. -1 perception, +2 encyclopedia? Mega binos, prescription lenses. I gotta look at him. I gotta see. I gotta see how it sees. I can't see. Now I can see. Interesting. For my collection of glasses. Which ones do I want? +2, minus perception, -1 logic, +1 empathy. What am I wearing now? +1 logic, -1 authority. I like that though. That's what my mom used to say. What? ¿Quién te manda? I feel like every Spanish mom has said that at one point or another. Let's see. Fall off the couch. That's what your mom used to say? It's very specific.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
Oh, gross.
It doesn't help. You can still smell it. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness.
Oh.
Only death smells like that.
I think that guy's dead.
Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear.
It just did. I see. Quien te manda, man? Put that on a t-shirt.
It is death. It must be.
Damn it.
A sense of dread washes over you as you look ahead.
Oh my god.
There's some tear, an empty cigarette package, and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all you find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
Gross.
Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. Red Astra is the black market version of Astra cigarettes, known for their high tar content. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol.
I don't know if we've been there.
It's no older than a day or two. No mold yet.
I did kind of just tell him to suck it up by giving him more morale. The problem is, okay, you only get 2 morale points and 2 health points, and if that shit hits 0, you're dead.
It's hard to concentrate in the smell. The sea air brings some relief.
Ugh. Speaking of, let me hit the quick save. Just in case. And you know what? I'm gonna ignore this body for a moment. Ah, this work. Alright, body. What you got? Stop messing with the coin viewer and hold on to something. The wind is so strong. Great.
A man lies on the boardwalk. His limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper.
Is one of his legs falling through the boardwalk? I can't tell.
Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk,
Yes.
starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad puppet. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
And nobody's found this guy.
Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest.
At least he went down swinging. Drunk as fuck, eating kebabs.
The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His jacket feels sodden and heavy under your hand. The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole.
So that's what killed him.
You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol.
R.I.P.
3 bottles of wine, or 1.5 of spirits. Or maybe it was just dark. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Height, 170 to 175 centimeters. Curly hair, stout build. Age, approximately 50 to 60 years.
Hope this ain't the cryptozoologist we're looking for.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch.
Why am I touching this shit?
This is what killed him.
Yes, logic. Thank you so much.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile.
Thinking I shouldn't be walking here anymore.
You see waves churning below.
Oh fuck.
Something cracks beneath your feet. He could have easily disappeared into the sea through that hole. and you would have never found him.
What a shame.
A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything left inside. It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
Well, he meant wrong.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall.
Look into his half-agape mouth? Is that what we're doing?
The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
So he shoved a bunch of gum in his mouth before dying.
To hide the stench of alcohol, no doubt.
Hi, Blue Sweetheart. Welcome back.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
What should I do with this?
First, you need to talk with the lieutenant. Then report back to the station. This is too complicated to handle on your own.
But Kim's not here. He abandoned me. Oh boy. I hope I don't fall through these floorboards. How are you doing, Blue Sweetheart? Let me see. What did I find? Library card. Folded library card.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53.
Billy Mason? Billy Magene? That's interesting. Oh, Maria, I'm sure that this guy is gonna be... My character's gonna be drunk for the rest of his life with how much shit he's consumed. How many drugs, how much booze he's had. Blue Sweetheart, you're a little sick? That sucks. The only thing that makes me not miss your stream, which is genuinely nice. Oh, I'm sorry that you're feeling a little under the weather.
Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member. Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinting Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned.
Well, I don't think Billy will be reading anymore.
Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too.
Good taste.
If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211 or visit us at Moreau Street, 78, Jamrock.
Indeed.
Business hours 900 to 1800.
This was a good library person.
You should first decide what to do with the corpse before taking any further actions. Talk to Kim about it.
Fine. I won't bring the library book back yet then. Okay. What else we got? Okay, there was a man. He was over here. Let's go talk to him real quick. This area is huge. There's just so much space to walk around in.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
A blond man stands next to his son, pointing to his weather-worn ruins. He sees you approaching and smiles.
You, officer! Come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinaise? I was just telling my son about this building. Not many people appreciate the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
Not subtext, but hypertext.
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks. Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
Oh, I deal with monitor glare.
Very important. Mikhail, say hi to the officer.
Rests his hand on the boy's shoulder. The child stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clutching to his worm-themed coloring book.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into verbs lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
Oh, drama. I love drama.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
Wow, get a load of this guy. He really enjoys his trivia. The Orbis programming language was named after its inventor, Victor Orbis, a cybernetician from Grad. They run Vox in the Occidental countries.
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is, this used to be the R&D department of Feld Electrical. And Feld, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve. I'm mixing my metaphors here. It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer. An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution.
Oh.
Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D. Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel? Sir, there's a whole ass dead person around the corner. History lesson gateway. How can he not smell it? It is not that far from where we're standing.
A wheel!
But the fun facts.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
All I can hear is Soto Sopa. Welcome to Soto Sopa.
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
Oyster, you keep asking me to play Overwatch, and I so badly want to, but I have, like, a pretty bad headache. I think I'm gonna quit after this man finishes his fun facts.
He means that the boys got shot by the communists. The boys were bourgeois.
Oh, the bouge. The bougie boys.
Officer, I told you this chapter of history wasn't on Mikhail's curriculum yet. Let's keep this kid friendly.
The boy looks first at you, then back at his father, confused.
Oyster, are you gonna stream after this?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases, the most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars. What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
There's a dead body right up the pier, Blue Sweetheart. I am helping this child.
A short-lived legislative foundation for a short-lived utopia.
Life is horror.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bombecer d'Insolente. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
Life is horrible. The child needs to know as soon as possible. I am being very helpful. Okay, they're getting this education for free, might I add.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
This kid doesn't give a shit.
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
Exquisite. Exquisite.
Buckle up.
Buckle up.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Womty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Juice joined the team, trying to...
Channel 3. Yo. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center.
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center?
Yeah.
He didn't. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world.
That's really fun to say, though. Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. Then we have Guillaume de Billon. That's really fun to say, too. There's lots of things that are really fun to say in this game.
What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
The Womty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
I'm looking at this guy's face, and something tells me that he's not all there.
In fact, I'm not. The Womty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center.
He clears his throat.
But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
I agree, Blue Sweetheart. I agree.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Even one would be very useful. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to the precious device. But so they did. The Feld playback experiment vanished into the fires of 07. Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld Playback Experience, but those are incorrect.
FPE.
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building. But of course, what else?
You look like somebody who has money. Do you have any money?
I do have some money, yes, but that's not what's really important here.
No, I mean, come on. You need the money. If it's not a thing, he can give you some.
Can I have some of that unimportant money?
Oh no, I don't have it on me, officer. I was talking in more general terms.
Okay. He looks uncomfortable, his left hand squeezing his son's shoulder, as if to say, let's get the fuck out of here.
I'm just spending time with my kid here, showing him around the lesser-known parts of our hometown. It wouldn't be wise to carry huge amounts of cash on such expeditions.
Not that he would have to worry about being robbed. He looks surprisingly buff.
Do you work out?
Does he work out?
I do some Lomantang stick fighting now and then.
Oh yeah.
Lo Mantang stick fighting is a form of martial arts originating from the island of Lo Mantang. It uses slender wooden sticks for confronting the opponent.
Actually, a great many cultures have their own version of stick fighting, such as the sacred Mabolo tradition of the Harli people, the name deriving from the butterfruit tree traditionally used for crafting the long, slender sticks, whereas the sticks used in other cultures...
You doze off as he paints you a comprehensive picture of the history of stick fighting among mankind, seasoning it with unexpected pop culture references. Man, he's good at speaking. People must love him.
The fun facts are very strong, yes.
But anyway, I'm boring you with details again.
A little
You were
bit.
saying?
Let's see.
Lomantang stick fighting is a little like a Berolidin addiction.
Oh, okay.
I've been practicing it for nearly 20 years now, so you could say that my doses have grown a little peculiar.
Perolidon is like a pretty intense drug in this game. I don't know if that's an accurate comparison he's making there.
Wait, what does this man know about Pyrrolidon addiction?
Yeah.
You got me, detective. But my history should hardly come as a surprise.
Oh.
Dad's fighting with sticks every night after dinner for 4 hours. He has a special room for that and a special costume.
That's right, Mikhail. It also has a meditative quality. Helps to clear my head. But anyway.
Yeah, so he's practicing his stick fighting and definitely not taking drugs. Lovely.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Pick your brain. If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. Whatever.
True story. Okay. Finito. What was supposed to be a short stream turned into a 2-hour stream. I had fun, but my migraine is killing me, so I'm off. I will be back on Monday with hopefully another 2-hour plus stream. Game's getting really fun now. We have all these different areas to explore, so I gotta get Kim back here too. That's gonna take a bit of time. I miss Kim. Gotta get him back. So that's what I'll be doing on Monday. Oyster, I am going to overbed. It's bedtime. But I will definitely lurk on your stream. Blue Sweetheart, I'm glad you were able to pop in today as well. Thank you for coming back. It's been fun. I'll have more fun facts for you next time. Duval, yes, it's over bedtime. Thanks, you too. Feel better, Blue Sweetheart. And thanks, Jay and Warrior, for popping in. It's been fun, y'all. I will catch you on Monday. Have an awesome weekend. Peace.